I think the volatility is more severe than we'd expected. But certainly you'd expect that as you get towards late cycle, there's going to be more pressure on profit margins as costs start to rise. There's going to be more pressure on central banks to be raising interest rates. And we think the Fed's been behind the curve for the past year or two. So unsurprising that things get a bit rockier. But I think surprising just how extreme the moves have been.
So what happens now? I mean, does this continue to be the story, that we continue to see these wild swings?
Yeah, I think more of the same. I think you may get a period of calm for 2 or 3 months, and then there'll be something to trigger, maybe some more signs of labor costs or more signs that the Fed is being frightened by inflation, and we'll get another round of it. So it's something that's really not going to go away.
Do you think the Fed is already frightened about inflation? I mean, we were just talking about those comments from Fed's Clarida there. The environment in the U.S. is quite tricky for the Fed at the moment, given the pressure coming from the White House.
Yeah, I must admit, I don't really believe what the Fed officials say. They must be frightened about inflation. If you look at where the labor markets are, you look at where wages are going, it's very, very unlikely that inflation is going to track sideways as the Fed has it forecast over the next 2 or 3 years. They must know that. And as a result, they must be thinking, well, what are we going to do? We wake up and inflation's 2.25%, maybe it's 2.5% by the middle of next year. How do we then respond to that without really causing big frights to the market?
Yes, and of course the president continues to say that they're going too far in many ways. You don't agree?
Well, I think Trump's just putting in some insurance. If it all goes wrong, who are you going to blame? Well, obviously we're not going to blame Trump. Therefore, we've got to find somebody to blame, and I think the Fed's a good candidate because they can't really fight back. Right. They can do a bit of rope-a-dope, but they can't really fight back. And the appointments he's made, he's appointed very sensible, uncontroversial people to the Fed. He's going to get fairly predictable policy outcomes.
Don't you think the Fed would like to say to the president, though, you're not doing us any favors with all this additional stimulus you want to put through as well?
That's quite clear. It's made their job a lot harder, but that was a political decision.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.